Understand? Now, guys, today we'll be talking about the skeletal system. The skeletal system, like you know, is one of the basic systems of the human body. Now, as the overview of human anatomy, there are a total number of 206 bones in the human body, and these 206 bones comprises the total number of human body skeletal system. Now, the skeletal system is categorized into two, that is the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. And according to scientific discovery, the axial skeleton is basically classified into total number of 80 bones, while the appendicular skeleton has a total number of 126 bones, which make it 206 bones. Now, right here is a skeletal system, complete set of skeletal system. As you all know, we are going to look at the various categories of the human skeletal system. The skeletal system, you know, is comprises of the bones and cartilages, like you can see a human skeletal system here. So now, looking at the skeletal system now, we are going to look at the categories as this skeleton here stands towards my explanations. Now, the human skeletal system is categorized into two: the axial skeleton, that is the axis of the human body, and the appendicular skeleton. Now, the axial skeleton has three main broad. We can have the head. Yes, this is the head. You call it the skull. Now, this is the neck. This is the thoracic cage or thoracic cavity, and this one is the vertebral column where the spinal cord is attached. Now, this made up the axis of the axial skeleton of the human body. Now, down to the appendicular skeleton. The appendicular skeleton stems from the pectoral girdle down to the upper limbs. Now you can see the upper limbs from the pectoral girdle or shoulder girdle down to the upper limbs. Now, we also have the pelvic girdle down to the lower limb. These are the bones that makes up the appendicular skeleton. Now, the axial skeleton is made up of 80 bones, a total number of 80 bones, like I said. Now, that means we have 29 bones of the skull. We have 29 bones of the skull, including the nasal bone, the occipital bone, the ocular bones, as you can see them, the teeth bones of the jaw, mandibulars. Now, and the 26 of the thoracic cavity. This thoracic cavity is made up of the rib bones down to the sternum bones. Yes, down to the sternum, the rib bones and the sternum, down to the vertebral columns. The vertebral columns has a total number of 25 bones also, making it a total number of 80 bones in general. So down to the appendicular skeleton. The appendicular skeleton stems from the shoulder and pelvic girdle. In the shoulder girdle, there are two bones that articulate each other. Down to this one I'm pointing at, this is the clavicle. The clavicle is the horizontal and the bones fixing anteriorly to the human chest. Then the clavicle and the scapula. The scapula is posterior to the back of the human skeleton. So, down to the humerus. The humerus is the bone that articulate to the joint of the clavicle and the scapula. Down to the radius and the ulna. The radius and the ulna. Down to the carpals. Here there are 8 carpal bones, 5 metacarpal bones, and 14 phalanges. So these are the bones of the upper limb. Remember, the pelvic girdle and the upper limb in total. The pelvic girdle here have 2 bones, with the humerus 1 bone, radius and ulna 2 bones. We have the 8 carpal bones, 5 metacarpal bones, and 14 phalanges. This is 1 pair of the upper limb. You know there are 2. So the total of these 2 of the upper limbs give us a total number of 64 bones when you join the 2. Now, this is the pelvic girdle. There are 2 bones of the pelvic girdle, as you can see. You understand? 2 bones articulate here of the pelvic girdle. Now, this pelvic girdle gives rise to the attachment of the human femur. Now, this pelvic girdle have 2 bones together with the human femur. Down, you can see the tibia and the fibula. Down to the tarsals, metatarsals and the phalanges of the leg. Yes, this is the phalanges of the leg, this is the metatarsals, and this is the tarsals. They all comprises to make the leg of the human body, the tibia and the fibula, the femur and the pelvic bones. Now, the two pelvic bones, together with the femur and the tibia and fibula, the tarsals, metatarsals, and the phalanges of the leg comprises of a total number of 62 bones. 62 bones. So the 62 bones of the lower limb, which is the bones of the leg and the pelvic girdle, and the 64 bones of the upper limb, the pectoral girdle, and the bones of the upper limb, made a total number of 426 bones of the appendicular skeleton. While the 26 bones of the human skull, together with the 29 bones of the human skull, the 26 bones of the vertebral column, and the 25 bones of the thoracic cavity make up the 80 bones of the axial skeleton, which give us a total number of 206 bones in the human skeletal system. I believe with time, we are going to look at the clinical importance of each of these bones, the muscular attachment, and also their innervations of their muscles. So with time, just follow us, comment on our comment section, subscribe. Whatever questions you have, do well to follow us. We are here for you. Thank you very much.